Konnichiwa minasan, and welcome back to my channel. I first want to take this time to apologize for the lack of content on my channel. As some of you, most of you probably know, I have been traveling like crazy for the last 2 months, and therefore my channel does have to take a little bit of a hit. I can't possibly be making videos and editing them while I'm on the go. So yeah, my channel is kind of spazzing out right now. I'm really sorry about that. But to those of you who keep coming back, just thank you so much. I love you guys and I appreciate it so much. The other super cool thing that I wanted to share with you guys is kind of the fruits of all of my traveling labors, so to speak. I was on Japanese television last week, or a few days ago, whenever this video goes up. The first episode aired on April 7th. So a couple weeks ago, I went to Japan with Crunchyroll to shoot a bunch of videos for Crunchyroll, but also to work with Fuji TV, and I am now on a show called Japacon Presents Agent HaZAP, which is essentially a secret society of like otaku monitor people that are basically measuring the spread of otaku culture across the world, and I am one of their agents. It's Chunibyo as fuck, and it is the funniest thing ever. I very much enjoy that kind of like wackiness, so I'm so excited to be a part of it. A lot of people are asking, I am not a regular. Regular means somebody that appears in every episode. That is not the case. I am just one of the special guests, and they did an expose about Crunchyroll, so me and Victoria are basically all over that first episode, and it is just so awesome. My mom and my dad and my family over in Japan doesn't quite understand. They don't quite understand what I do on YouTube. They're just like, oh yes, she's on camera. Oh, like look at all the numbers next to her subscriber button. They don't really get it. They understand that it is in the entertainment industry and that I'm kind of like a performer, entertainer of certain whatevers, but they just don't really understand until I told them about how there's gonna be a little segment in this Japanese show about my company, Crunchyroll, and myself. They finally understood, and they were like, oh my god, I'm so proud of you for the first time in my life. But yeah, unfortunately, I did not get to see the episode because it is on BS Fuji TV. BS, it does not stand for bullshit. It's basically like a sister company or a sister channel to Fuji Television, and it is on at midnight, which is called 24 o'clock in Japanese. But yeah, so I didn't get to see it. I don't get Japan TV or Fuji TV or anything here in Los Angeles, so I have my mom record it, and I don't know if she's gonna send it to me, or I guess I'm just gonna have to wait until I go there to see, but she sent me some screenshots. It's basically just her taking a picture of whatever's on the television, and it looks like this. But yeah, I thought it was really sweet of her, and it was such a mom move that, like, I don't know, it was just really kind of heartwarming. I just want to thank Crunchyroll and Fuji TV for this really awesome and fun experience. I especially loved it because it was so on brand, for lack of a better term. It was basically entirely about otaku culture. It was a lot about anime and a lot about like Anime Japan and stuff, so I loved that very much. Thank you so much. I hope we can maybe work on some other projects in the future. So the next thing I want to talk about is the fact that I will be at Sakura-con next week. Yes! Very exciting. This is basically the second convention, the only 2 conventions I've gone to since the start of 2017. So I'm really happy about it. I'm a little bit out of touch with like that convention environment, but I'm sure it's just like getting back on a bike. A very crowded, sweaty, messy bike. I do have a schedule for this convention. On Friday the 14th, I will be at the Simulcast preview panel between 2:30 and 3:30 p.m. It says panel 3. I will be doing that one with Victoria, so I hope to see you there. And then Saturday the 15th is when our meetup is going to be. Yes, we are going to have a meetup, and it's going to be so exciting. I think we're going to be giving away Anime Academy badges, which is just so amazing. I'm so excited about that. The location should be ELLIS Plaza, but I think the time schedule, whatever, is to be determined. Please follow me on social media, specifically Twitter at Reina Scully, because that is where I will be updating you with all this information, and probably day of, I'll be like, come meet up with me at blah blah blah, at blah blah blah. So follow me there. And on Saturday between 10:30 and 11:30 a.m. I do believe I'm going to be on the Working in the Anime Industry panel. That one is very exciting for me because I do believe I'm going to be talking about translating, and translating is where my pride lies, so I'm very excited for that one. Otherwise, I will be walking around the floor. This is I think the first anime convention that I'm not like booked back to back to back to back to back this year, so I will be kind of hanging out and probably making some purchases that I will regret, but I hope to see you guys on the floor. I will not be cosplaying this year. I made that conscious decision a couple months ago because it just takes up too much time and money, and that's just not where I am right now. And like I said, I'm not attending too many conventions this year, so I don't really feel like the fervent need. Generally, if there's a character that comes up that I'm just obsessed with, then I'll just end up cosplaying them, and you know, whatever, that's fine because it's a hobby. But I really need to concentrate on my YouTube channel and my main job at Crunchyroll, so I decided to make cosplaying take a back seat. However, I will be cosplaying as Hipster Umaru, I do believe, on Friday, and on Sunday I'm thinking maybe I'll cosplay either as some kind of Kigurumi, or I'll maybe wear just the Umaru hood and something casual underneath, something like that. I don't know. I am kind of Umaru crazy right now because I found out that the second season of Umaru is coming out, I do believe, this autumn, this fall. That's amazing! I'm so happy and so excited about it. So yeah, maybe I will just be wearing a lot of Umaru stuff. The last thing I want to talk about is today's episode of Attack on Titan. It was episode 2 of season 2, titled Tadaima or I'm Home. There was a lot of Sasha, which I love because I love Sasha, but I'm really concerned because there's only 12 episodes in this season, and I feel like they spent a lot of time with Sasha, a lot of care and attention over there. And I'm wondering, because I read past what's happening now in the manga, I'm like wondering the next big thing that's supposed to happen, like how is it all going to happen in this time span, and I feel like it should already kind of be hinting at it by now already. I'm not sure. I don't know how it's all gonna work out. But anyway, I was a little bit disappointed with how Sasha was translated. I know that they did allude to the fact that she has a different accent in her country accent, in her home accent, dialect or whatever, and then she speaks a different way towards everybody else, even in her age group. And I know that Ymir also made a point of saying that, but I feel like it really didn't drive the point home. It is a stark difference. How she is speaking is insanely different, and it's like hearing somebody from like Akita or somebody from like the way west or something like that speak to a person in Tokyo that has an insane formality level. So Japanese has like 4 levels of politeness, and one of them is called keigo. Keigo is extremely polite and generally what you would use to speak to somebody that you don't know or haven't ever met. It's really not the kind of lingo you would use with your peers or friends or anything like that. Anybody close you wouldn't speak to like that. But Ymir makes it a point to tell her, like, why is it that you're talking like that? Like, I see that you're trying to cover your country accent and whatnot, and it's important enough to Sasha's personality that another character is pointing it out. I feel like it should have maybe been a little bit more specific and a little bit more intense of a difference in her dialect to really exemplify her personality. And I don't know, I mean, like, the dad's translations were pretty good. Sasha's dad's voice and words were very much in like the accent and dialect that you'd expect. But I don't know, I felt the same way about, you know, the Beast Titan last episode. But yeah, I feel like maybe it could have been a little different, could have been a little bit more specific. I wanted them to be more specific about the formality thing, because it's one thing to say like she has an accent and she's trying to get rid of it because she lives here now. It's another for her to be overcompensating with an intense formality, politeness level speech. And I don't know, I just wanted that to be a little bit more clear. That is all I have for you in this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm not quite sure when I'm gonna upload this video, but there is a new Boys Only Club podcast. I hope you enjoy it. I will link it in the description below. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments section below if you will be at Sakura-con, or otherwise tell me your thoughts and feelings about Attack on Titan. Try not to spoil everybody. You know what? Don't tell me about that. Don't do that, because the comment section is just like a cesspool of spoilers, and I think I angered a couple people last time because I don't really closely monitor my comment section. So, maybe don't do that. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. そんじゃまたね!